Hi, this is Joseph. I just wanted to post this quick update. Today is the first trading day of the brand new year 2022. What we're looking at is the euro dollar. This is the 30-minute time frame. So coaching students, coaching clients have executed an HL30. So we had an HL30 on New Year's Eve. It was Friday. It was a bounce off of support, and it hit both take profit levels, 60 pips. The way I'll review quickly how we get into the trades and how we scale out of the trades so that way you can get a better sense of the profitability within this trade. But this HL30 strategy, I've been teaching this since 2007 to all of my coaching clients. I've been using it obviously a lot longer than that. I developed it prior to 2007, but back in 2007 when I first started my chat room and I started coaching people, we've been using it ever since. And a lot of my coaching clients like this strategy because it's very stress-free. It's very easy, really simple. One indicator right here, which is the CCI indicator. And it's very, it's easy to execute because it's rule-based. And you know precisely what to look for before you even get into the trade based on the qualification and the confirmation of this particular setup. So it can be a very profitable trade. For example, if it hits the second target down here, you can see that we've actually put a short on this position, and it's just now hit its first target right here. So from the entry of 1.1365 to the first target here at 1.1345, that's 20 pips. Now, 20 pips, let me give you a point of reference if you're brand new, if you're sort of thinking about if you've been trading other markets and you're trying to get an idea of how much money that would mean or what it would earn. If you're trading standard lots obviously is going to require a sizable trading account. Most of my coaching clients that open and trade standard lots consistently throughout the week, they're looking at least $35,000, maybe $40,000 in their trading account. Not everybody can do that, but a lot of people still can, or they get to the point where they can. They've got about that amount in their trading account. The reason you want to get to standard lots is that when you earn 1 point in profit or 1 pip in profit, you're earning about $10 every single pip, every single point. Pip is basically a point. So again, 20 pips or 20 points, if you're trading standard lots, that would be the equivalent of $200. Now, let me give you a point of reference as far as the amount of time that it took for this trade to set up. This dotted line right here is the start of the new day. So the Forex market just started, and I live in California. So the HL30 is very convenient for me as far as a technique for me to use and apply on a regular basis because of where I live. I also have a lot of coaching clients that some of them live in Australia, some of them live in Germany, some of them live in South Africa and in the UK, Italy and France and Spain, all over the place, and the East Coast and Canada. So they're everywhere, and different techniques will require or demand that you watch the markets at certain times. So when we look for an HL30, we always start to set up our charts right after the rollover, which is 5 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm 3 hours behind Eastern or New York time because I'm in California, so that's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, either the Forex market opens for trading on Sunday, which means I can easily set up my charts and I can look for this HL30 setup, or let's say it's Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, whichever day during the middle of the week, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I sit down, which is really 5 p.m. New York time. I sit down and I look for this setup and I set up my charts. So I'll teach you exactly in other videos exactly what is required as far as what price has to do to set up the HL30 so you get a qualified confirmed entry, and then you could earn 200 pips, or I'm sorry, $200 on a 20 pip move. Now, if you don't have, a sizable trading account, let's say you start off small, a few $1,000s in your trading account, you could potentially trade and execute a mini lot, which would then earn you $1 per pip. So if you were earning 20 pips on this trade, that's going to be $20 on the trade. That's not bad. Now, Friday's trade hit both targets. It paid 20 pips at the first target, and then we trade it. If it does hit the first target, we trade it to an additional second target, which is 20 pips further from the first target. So effectively, if we execute these trades, the way we do it is we put on 2 open orders. We open up 2 orders at the entry, and the entry is a very specific candle pattern with all of the qualifications, the 10 pip range, and making sure that the CCI is printing confirmation. There cannot be any divergence. I'll explain that in other videos, but I also have some videos in the free Facebook group and also on my YouTube channel that will give you an idea of what you need to look for to set up the HL30 as far as confirmation. So let me walk you through what happens when we open up two orders. We've set the first order at the first target for 20 pips, and the second order, we set it at that final target down there. If it hits that final target, which is 20 pips further than the first target, effectively that second order is earning 40 pips because we get in at 1.1365 and the second order closes at 1.1325. And you can see what happened on Friday. We got in at 1.1317 and we were trading it to the upside. It hit the first target, that banked 20 pips or $20 if you're trading a mini lot, or $200 if you're trading a standard lot. And then the second open order went and hit the second target for a total of 40 pips. So effectively, you're earning 60 pips on a trade like this when it hits both targets. 60 pips if you're trading standard lots, that's $600. If you're trading mini lots, that's $60. Now on Friday, we also had an HL30 on the pound dollar, and that looked like this one here. And here, in this instance, we shorted it. This was the stop loss. This was the entry. Here was the first target. Here was the second target. So this paid on Friday, which was New Year's Eve, that paid 60 pips. The euro dollar on Friday, which was New Year's Eve, that paid 60 pips. That's $120 if you're trading mini lots, earning $1 a pip. Obviously, that's going to be a trading account that requires less money in the account. But if you're trading standard lots, that would be $120, which is 120 pips, which is $1,200 if you're trading standard lots. So if this trade right here continues, let's say for the next few hours, and it trends down further and it hits that second target, effectively this will pay either $600 on standard lots or $60 on mini lots. So you can see how effective this trade is. It's really powerful, very easy to use. This is one of the first strategies that I teach all of my coaching clients when they get into my trading course. It's called the 10X FX Trading Course and Coaching Program. And in the Slack channel, I'll send you out updates so that you know that you're trading a confirmed HL30. You can trade the same ones that I trade. I try to put all of my coaching clients in as many trades as possible that I'm going to execute. That way they have 100% certainty and confidence that they're doing the right thing according to the trading system that they're learning. And you make money right away. It's not guaranteed, of course, for the HL30 to show up every single day. It doesn't. There are some days where we just avoid it. Those would be the higher risk HL30s that might or could potentially fail, but I'll show you how to avoid them. I'll show you how to detect and how to read the charts so that you can see that the conditions are not optimum to execute an HL30. And then, of course, I'll teach you when the conditions are optimum for the HL30 to work, just like today. So this was a very effective trade. So far, it's already paid 20 pips or $200 or $20, and there's no way we can lose at this point because the second open position right now, if we know where our stop loss is, if we're using a 20 pip stop loss, we can now at this point, since it's hit its first target, we change the stop loss on the second open order, that second position, we change it to a break-even stop. So if price rolls back up to 1.13, let's say 64, if we're using a 1 pip spread on this one, it would close out the second position at 0. So we don't lose anything, we don't make anything on the second position, but we lock in the profits on the first target, which is again either $20 or $200, depending on the size that you have available, what capital you have in your account. Very effective trade. Honestly, it really is, and it sets up on most of the majors. I use this strategy on all four of the majors, which is the euro dollar, pound dollar, dollar Swiss, and dollar yen. Very often, on days where the markets are moving in a very optimized way so that it would be an effective use of this HL30, I could see the HL30. I do see the HL30. It sets up on all four of those currency pairs. And very often, but not every day, not every time we take the HL30, but very often, it will hit both targets on all four of those trades, on all four of those currency pairs. And so if you have enough capital in your account, or you can adjust the leverage, the lot size, so that way you're not overexposing capital, but you're safely getting into a trade, you can take all four of those positions. You can take one, you can take it just to one target if you want, and just earn the 20 pips and then rinse and repeat, right? You can just do the same thing every single day when you find the HL30, or you can be a little more aggressive and you can take all of the trades like a lot of my coaching clients do, or they build up to that. They work to get to that point where they can execute all of these trades, because that's where the big money is, where you can you can make anywhere from, let's say, a couple of $100 a day to a few $1,000s a day when the HL30 sets up. So it's possible to earn 240 pips when the HL30 sets up on all four majors and hits all the targets. So in a situation like that, that's $2,400 standard lots or $240 mini lots. Again, one standard lot is going to require more capital in the account. The other one's not going to require as much. So it really depends on how much you have, but you can always, that's the whole point of trading, right? We're building our trading accounts. We want to add more lots and more, to the position that we can execute as time goes on. And you want to have enough winning trades versus the number of losing trades, which is obviously the game here. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to find more winning trades and avoid the losing trades. And the key to doing that is to understand these trading systems and to have a coach, a teacher, a mentor, somebody there who can teach you and show you the ideal conditions for these trades to work out. And then that way you can avoid the ones that are likely to fail. The risky trades. I stay away from them. And we have very few losing trades. And if we ever do have a losing trade, it is easy to earn back that loss on the very next trade, maybe the next one after that. As long as you're not afraid, you get right back in. It's all rule based. You know exactly what you're doing because I'm going to notify you as a coaching client that I'm in the same trades. I'm taking these trades and they're okay. They're going to work. All the conditions are optimized for it. And of course, I have other trading strategies that I can teach you, but this is the easiest one in my trading course. And it's the one that most of my coaching clients will start off with. And I have many coaching clients since 2007 that exclusively make a full-time living off of just using this strategy. So when they execute this trade, when this trade is over with, they're done for the day. They don't take any other trades. They don't worry about trading the news. They don't worry about scalping. They don't worry about anything else. They just rinse and repeat. They just do the same thing. I can't stand using that term, but it's the only one that comes to mind. But basically just doing the same thing over and over and then getting better and better and better at it. And then building your account as time goes on. It's amazing to see what happens during 3 months, 6 months, and even over the course of a year of using this one strategy alone. But of course, like I said, there are many other strategies inside of my trading course that will teach you how to not only make this HL30 trade much more effective and much more confirmed as far as your confidence in executing the trade, but being able to take other trades when the HL30 does not set up on those specific days. Maybe it's a breakout day, right? So we have the continuation breakout strategy. That's another one that I teach. And I also teach how to use Wyckoff principles to analyze reversals and point. We use point and figure. There's also a module in there. I hesitate to use the word point and figure because sometimes people will get a little nervous about point and figure. It's very, it's not something that's widely discussed, and it seems like a really old school method of using charts because it's very strange to see X's and zeros. But once you understand it, it is amazing. It really literally changed my trading for the better when I learned and understood point and figure. It actually gives me targets. I can't really use point and figure on a really small time frame, but I use point and figure on the larger time frames to help guide us with the overall trend, and we know which direction to start trading things in, and that's all part of the homework session at the end of each day that I provide you as a 10x FX coaching client. So if you're interested in the 10x FX coaching course, you can join. It's a monthly program. You pay monthly. You can stop whenever you want. You can cancel whenever you want. But it is probably the best education that you're going to get, especially if you're brand new into the business. A lot of people don't know where to start. They don't know what they really need as far as the knowledge and the experience and the understanding of how to trade the markets. Basically what happens is people learn a lot of tricks and hacks first, like using the Fibonacci tool, before they even understand price action, the behavior, smart money, all of those principles. And it does take a bit of study, but that's what I teach in my trading course. That's what changed my trading and allowed me to earn back the losses that I experienced when I first started trading back in 2000. It was a nightmare. It was a mess. I lost a lot of money in the beginning, and I wasn't really too sure that I was going to get it back. So you don't want to go through that. You don't need to go through that. This is hands down what you need to know when you get into this business, the information that is inside of my trading course, not just the HL30 strategy, but understanding the mechanics of how and why price moves the way it does. Thanks for watching. I hope you had a great trading day on Monday. Again, so far, we're already starting off the year with these profitable trades. And it's going to be really exciting to see how the rest of this week plays out. I hope you do really well. Again, if you want to join the free Facebook group. You can learn some of my strategies. Of course, the information is going to be a little bit limited. My obligation and my dedication is to my coaching clients, and I spend a lot of time giving them updates during the early part of the morning, and then I jump into the Facebook group as often as I possibly can, so I can answer any of your questions if you have them in there, or you can send me a private message, and I'd be more than happy to guide you, maybe to speak on the phone with you if you have questions about what is trading all about. If you've got these really interesting questions that you don't seem to have answers and you can't find those answers, I'd be more than happy to help you. So thank you again. I wish you good luck in trading this year.